We're good. Welcome. Hello, everyone out there doing things and enjoying their Tuesday. So get ready for it to even get better, people, because we're going to hop right into this. Again, the only announcements I want to make is make sure when people are just starting to flow in here is if you're confused or need to catch up, please go to our other social medias or where you're watching it right now. Those videos don't go away, and they're all free. So youtube.com/time to tabletop, twitch.tv/time to tabletop. All these collections are there. All of our videos and all this is for entertainment and for you guys to enjoy it. And check out these systems too that we're using, because we are starting to use a lot of different types of systems. So without any more of that kind of goofy information, let's go ahead and give this all right over to Michael. It's all yours, sir.
All right. Hello and welcome to Strange Generations, a nightmarish journey through the shadows of America, one generation at a time. This episode is entitled A Nation of Diverse Tastes. It is the second episode of our 1980s arc. We have one more, the exciting conclusion, and then the final 3 episodes of Strange Generations will take place in the far future of 2020. So get ready to revisit that wonderful year. I mean, not that the present's much better, but it should be a fertile ground for some true horrors in role-playing. Of course, we're going to experience some true horrors tonight, I'm sure. And let's go ahead and meet the players and characters who will be doing just that. So before I do a quick introduction and a sort of a recap, let me know who you are, who you're playing, what their general vibe is, and how they're feeling as the situation gets a lot more intense. Starting up with somebody who we're very happy to have, it is Kat.
Oh yeah, you're happy that I'm here. That's nice.
Oh.
I am playing Ms. Tara Winklevoss. She is a high school guidance counselor in her late 20s and therefore trying to redefine how everything happens. She also is a person from Rivermaw, which makes her a little bit unique in terms of looks. Her eyes are a little too far apart. Her skin tends to be very cold and clammy, and she's not looking forward to what's about to happen, which is going to a water park because she has webbed toes. But Leviathan be praised, she's hoping that everything's going to go okay there. As far as, what's happening right now, well, there's awful deer-headed monsters being summoned, but you know what? TV Tray makes a lovely impromptu shield when push comes to shove, so live your dreams, kids. Except for James. But at any rate.
Ooh, all right. Well, speaking of that, let's talk about Nick and his character, James. Go ahead, Nick.
See, all this stuff that Miss Tara is saying is just gonna motivate James even more.
Ooh, I like that.
Anyways, so I'm Nick, and I'm playing James Thompson, the jock of the group. He is actually he's pretty stoked about the whole situation with the Bloody Buck because he got to tackle him and beat the crap out of him for a little bit. So that'll be like a fun story to tell the rest of the guys on the team. So that's pretty cool, and just sort of like, water park, that's cool.
I love how A Brush with Death is just like a cool story to tell the guys.
Well, he's a very boastful man, so
yeah, fair enough. We are also joined somebody who we're very, very happy to have with us. It is Marvin.
So hey, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing 16-year-old Walter Brimson, assistant of my last character, Jordan Mays, who is now a very, well, not crazy, but paranoid doctor of the occult. Walter, as I said, is his assistant, working kind of like a summer job for about $4 an hour, whatever the minimum wage in 1980s were. But Walter takes his job oddly seriously. Like, none of the cult supernatural stuff really phases them so much as oh, that's cool. Okay, get the job done. Like this current thing, which the doc gave him his sort of censored to sense all the cults going on in Crescent Bay. Well, found it in this one game, which I believe was called, what was it, Nights and Nightmares, Michael?
Oh, close. That's a really good name. It's Oswald Bueller's Shadow Sentinels.
Shadow Sentinels, yes. Well, detected all the weird going-ons with that game, so he stole the game and brought it back to the doc for study. One of his flaws is that he's a bit self-centered, so it doesn't really affect him too much.
We're gonna pop right in and see what things are like at in the doctor's lab there.
Mm-hmm.
We're also very, very lucky, very happy to be joined by Dallas.
Hey everyone, I'm Dallas, and happy to be playing Donovan Tran again. Donovan had a total flip of reality last time. His world was wide awake to some supernatural things after he was hoping to get into a game that had a lot of rumors. But man, this was one of those situations where like every rumor plus came true. So he thought he was, gonna still be able to just, rely on his know-how to let him coast through school while hopefully getting into things that, he had some dreams for. Always enjoying a game or two, but that last game played, yeah, that was a night to remember. He was just lucky that his friends were there, and his guidance counselor, which he already thought was pretty cool, and then basically saw like all these people in a whole new light. So that was an eye opener to him as well.
Definitely can't argue with that. So here's kind of a quick recap about a little intro to this episode. In every generation, the same American evil rises up and chooses new victims. This time, a few kids and a guidance counselor in the New Jersey suburb of Crescent Bay are the innocents who have fallen under the grasp of supernatural terror. Walter Brimson, junior apprentice to a local recluse mad scientist. Dang Donovan Tran, martial arts aficionado and aspiring film buff. James Thompson, a would-be football champ with a kind heart. And Tara Winklevoss, the protective guidance counselor with a few secrets. All of them have been drawn around a shy sophomore named Judith Cordero, who has just demonstrated supernatural power. During a raucous house party, Judith and the others teamed up to defeat an axe-wielding killer of an urban legend, the ghostly slasher known as the Bloody Buck. But there's more to the Bloody Buck than a hulking brute with an axe. A limousine, the same limo that followed Judith around, was watching the scene of the possible massacre. This limo is owned by yuppie stock king Brad Blix. But what does he have to do with the attack? Only one thing is for certain. The terror of Crescent Bay is about to begin. So, we are going to open the Saturday morning after the chaos of that Friday house party, which the Bloody Buck crashed. And all of you guys, as well as Judith, and then probably Anthony Goglio has invited himself along to the laboratory of Jordan Mays. He figures you're all involved, so he brings everybody in to get everybody up to speed. So right now, I think Jordan Mays, I think like Marvin was saying, he was kind of describing the laboratory, like it's kind of a cluttered mess. They got cork boards, they got red string connecting things, the classic conspiracy theorist setup there, as well as all sorts of strange crackling electrical devices. And right now, Dr. Mays is just kind of like sitting on sort of one of those rolling chairs, perched on it, hunched over in the classic thinker pose, listening to you guys explain what happened. So he's like, so you're saying that that girl over there, Miss Cordero, was able to harness the power of the elements?
Let's say so, Doc. I mean, she was able to control the weather, I think, from what Miss Winklevoss was saying. I'm not too sure. I was upstairs.
As a promising young group from San Francisco has said, she's rolled the lightning a little bit there.
That's Oh, I got it. That's fantastic. I have encountered one other such being that was able to use powers and was at least somewhat helpful towards the cause of mankind. So it's good to know there's others out there. I just wish I knew the source. He's like looking over Judith, and he's like, "You're not extraterrestrial, are you? Haven't fallen from the stars? No alien DNA in there?" And she's a little.
Oh boy, here we go.
She's like, no. Why don't you back off a little bit, Doc? He's like, what if this attacker, this what did you call it?
As the bloody buck, man, dude.
Right, this blood-stained buck. What was it like, James? And how are you so familiar with it?
Oh, bloody buck's legend, man, dude. Like, supposedly he's like this old football player who like died, I think, and like he sort of comes back and like is supposed to like kill anyone and stuff like that. But no, man, all you have to do is like tackle him to the ground and then get a few punches in, and oh man, it was sweet. And then like I will say that was some weird stuff that happened with her, but still pretty cool. And Donovan had that cool kick. That was pretty cool, man. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I think the old man is ripping off on me or something.
Dr. Mays, though, I think that it would be important to really not reveal too much of what Judith can do to the public.
Of course.
Considering, like, President Bonzo currently being in the White House, I don't think it's a good time for children with extrasensory abilities.
No, I understand completely. I wouldn't want the government involving itself. I've had some very bad experiences. They seem to be the kind that would drop bombs on their own people instead of trying to find any other possible solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And this, he goes
and
over.
That's not even talking about Operation Condor. Can we talk about Operation Condor? I'm sorry.
Why do I feel like you two are going to have so much to talk about?
Oh no, the only thing worse is perhaps MK Ultra, which I have personal experience with. Believe me, the shadow government is a terrible force in all of its various forms.
Now you're done talking about the government. We're going to be hearing this for the next hour or so.
It's all true, Walter.
It's important to know. I mean, currently, your government is sponsoring coups in South America and rigging elections, and we're acting like that's not going to come back and bite us ever. But I swear to goodness, you can't do things like that. You can't set that kind of political stage and not expect massive ramifications. Sorry, kids. I'm not supposed to talk politics with you.
Jordan Mays goes over to like oh, sorry. Go ahead, Donovan.
It's okay. It sounds important.
May says, "Look, don't. I guess take it from me. Don't get me started. Also, have a look over here. I believe the young Master Goglio was saying that the game, and Donovan, you knew this too. It referred to a creature called the Grim Huntsman.
Grim Huntsman.
Yes.
It was labeled as a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Just seeing the role, this game was really, really intense.
And who do you say made that game?
It was made by Bueller. It says on it.
You
Oswald.
don't say.
I think that's the. I mean, I think that's one of the people that worked on it.
Oh, that's fascinating. This is a hell of a coincidence, but I knew Oswald Bueller when he was very young.
No way.
No way. It is true. Both of us encountered what I believe was another creature, if that is the word, similar to the Grim Huntsman. The Sunglasses Men, we called them. As the Grim Huntsman personified this urban legend of the Bloody Buck, so too did the Sunglasses Men become the urban legend, the fear of that particular era. It's as if, well, all of them are emanations of Abraxas that can take up the psychic energy and create new forms. I shudder to think what other forms that energy will take.
Do they have a certain look or sunglasses? That's pretty scary and ominous. Everybody wearing sunglasses?
Sorry, I just Nick there sent a message there. Well, when young Oswald and I encountered them, yes, they did wear sunglasses, and they sort of took the appearance of strange mannequin-like creatures. Again, feeding off of the perhaps the fear of conformity of government operatives, the Men in Black that was so prevalent around that time. So here, the emanation, the Grim Huntsman, takes another form, and there may be others as well. But that does bring us back to Judith Cordero. I do not know how Miss Cordero gained those powers. Is there anything else that happened that night? Some clue that you might have seen that could tell us more about this damnable situation?
All I know is you roll the dice in the game and something happens, whether it's summoning the Grim Huntsman or it summons like a gust of wind that blows them out of the window.
Fascinating.
Well, there was a storm.
Mhm.
What else?
Judith's go ahead, Miss Winklevoss.
Well, Judith had talked to me earlier in the day, obviously. And Judith, do you think it's worth bringing up about the limousine that's been following you around?
She's like, yeah, at this point, I mean, it can't not be relevant. And she's like, yeah, so this limousine, and it was parked outside of the Goglio house, and it had like license plates were Blix Picks. I think it's that Brad Blix guy who was on those commercials. And Dr. Mays is like, oh, I might know what you're talking about. Let me I was recording some episodes of Knight Rider. I'm a big fan. I might have caught some on my VHS here. Let me just rewind. And then you go over and you watch the commercial, and it's some very, very cheesy, lots of like.
Is this what they're showing on stations that aren't PBS right now?
Dr. Mace is like, look, it's a guilty pleasure, all right? I like the cool car.
Oh no, I understand. Sometimes PBS is way too conservative for me. So
Hey, I'm a fan of important documentaries as much as the next guy, but I like Knight Rider. It's a fun show.
They can't all be educational. Sometimes you gotta have your fun,
Exactly. It delivers vehicular action within a nice 22 or half an hour time span. What more do you want? So after going through some bits and pieces of Knight Rider, you see the commercial, very, very cheesy. Lots of helicopter lands on a yacht. This yuppie guy with, of course, the slicked black, like platinum blonde hair, fancy suit with the suspenders. Walks out and is like, gives the whole spiel like, are you tired of being broke? I can turn your problems into a joke with Brad Blix's picks. I always pick them right. And he's like, so, this is the fellow that you saw in the car?
Yep.
That was the name on the plate.
You know, I am a little familiar. I made a study of certain powerful individuals and people inside Crescent Bay. I believe he is a member of LAM, the local association of merchants and businessmen. They operate.
Let's have some sort of Judeo-Christian theme to boot.
Well, I think it's just a happy accident that the name means lamb, or the acronym is LAM. As far as I can tell, the only god they worship is the almighty dollar. They operate out of the Honeywell building, and then at this, Judith, freaks out a bit. She straightens up, and she's like, look, that's where my mom works. She's the cleaning lady there. She's done that for years. Ever since I was a baby, she's been working there. And Maze is like, oh, very interesting. We could have a conversation with Brad Blix. Perhaps he could shed some light on the situation.
How do we do that?
Yeah, I mean, we're just a bunch of dumb kids, Doc.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
We got Miss Tara with us.
I miss barring Miss Tara, I know. But even still, you're a school counselor.
It's true. I'm not really versed in the skills of espionage.
When I was younger than you, I broke into a military base.
Okay.
Yeah,
Holy crap,
trust
Doc.
me. And that was just the beginning of it.
I mean, I got arrested at a protest in San Francisco. I mean, we've all done some things.
Certainly.
What was it like?
San Francisco?
Yeah.
If you want to, I have some friends at Berkeley, and I can write a recommendation for you.
It's a good institution.
That's right. The Niners are supposed to be a really good team.
And it gets your foot in the door with the UC system, and you could apply to grad school at UCLA, where they have a great film program.
Well, while Donovan is thinking about his future, Judith then has a little another twitch, and she's like, ugh. She rests her head in her hands, and she's like, guys, it's happening again.
Wait, what's happening again? The weather?
I got another image of the future. It's a bad one. It's the water park. Splash Town. I mean, I know this is the day when everyone's supposed to go visit it. I think there's going to be another attack.
That place has the crazy rides.
It is. She's like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild, but I think it's going to be way worse than usual.
And I have to say, it's a lot of chlorine in that water, and it tends to really sting my gills. Eyes.
What? Oh,
My
okay.
eyes. Yeah. Why would I say gills? That's so
Yeah,
weird.
that's
That's a weird thing to say. I wouldn't. What?
So Dr. May says, well, seems you have your work cut out for you. Walter, I will give you the Abraxas assimilator. You can use that to track the Abraxanite energies, and then Judith and the rest of you can find it and dispatch it, and perhaps find out some more about Miss Cordero's powers.
All right, so we got a tracker, but is there anything else you can give us, Doc? You know, just in case we meet some crazy cultists or guys with guns.
Let's see. Well, when I was your age, I would use cherry bombs. Or, I mean, not I, but one of my friends always had a cherry bomb on hand. So that seemed to be all that we really needed.
Really cannot recommend you children using cherry bombs.
Yes,
Those
I
things
don't
are
have
so
any
fun.
either. Well, besides,
That friend of yours sounds dangerously irresponsible.
oh, I should say so.
I would probably have a word with him if he was around nowadays.
Oh, it is a her, and she actually became like a platinum selling recording artist. It's quite the story.
Okay.
Well, you best head out to Splashtown immediately. You can ride in Miss Tara's car.
Thanks for volunteering my car.
I'm certain you would agree. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the situation. You need to have, all of you guys in the field.
Did I only describe it as a muscle car the last time? I don't think I gave a make.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
it was just a
as I
muscle
recall.
car.
Well,
And Anthony's like, "Can I go?"
there is not that much room in my bitchin' Camaro.
That's kind of a bad word, but that's cool though. Can I go? I'm small. I can fit. Come on, we're like the Avengers.
The Avengers? Really?
Yeah, we're like a bunch of superheroes.
Is that some
I mean,
nerd
I
stuff
guess-
right there? What are
What's that?
you talking about?
It's an awesome comic book.
He does tend to know a lot of things. Get his
Yeah,
hands
I'm
on
just,
stuff.
I don't think that many people can pile into my Camaro. I should have brought the pickup truck.
Unless someone wants to sit on somebody or squish it together.
I mean,
Oh.
okay, you're already in the situation where some of you are going to have to sit on each other.
I already called
Oh, man.
shotgun, so I'm not sitting next to anybody.
Dr.
Yes.
Mace is like, "All right, fine.
Because there's Walter and
I have
Donovan
no choice."
and James and Judith and Anthony in a Camaro. They're,
The doctor's like, "All right, fine. You leave me no choice. Tell me, do any of you children know how to drive?"
I'm going through lessons. I don't know.
They're-
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think I
they're all 16, so at least one of you must know how to drive.
mean, I'm learning.
My parents won't let me yet.
He throws you his keys. "You can take my station wagon."
Man, a
Oh,
station
not
wagon?
old Bessie.
Hey, she gets you there.
I'll tell you what, I will drive you in the station wagon and I will leave the Camaro here.
Hey,
That
better
is-
you than me.
That is acceptable.
Does he have a straight block V6? We should do
Look, I drove, or no, not me. One of my friends drove a crazy souped-up hot rod when he was like 11, or younger even.
Right. Once again, I am a guidance counselor, not the inspiration for Back to the Future.
Oh,
So-
okay, all right. Well,
I cannot condone teenagers driving without at least a permit.
ugh, the DMV is one of the greatest injustices. Anyway, you better get going. We don't know how much long we have. Have fun in Splashtown. So I
Same.
think with that, everyone piles into the car and you zoom off towards the water park. It's not too far from Crescent Bay, maybe like 40 minutes to an hour.
Do you kids like loud music?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask what's on the radio or what's on the tape deck.
Please.
Okay. This is a new kind of metal called thrash. I think you're really gonna like it.
Thrash metal.
She pops in whatever Metallica record had just recently been dropped at the time.
Anthony is like bitchin'. And of
Pretty
course,
sweet sound.
yeah. To those awesome driving metal sounds, you guys soon arrive at Splashtown.
I do not know why I decided that she's really into loud music, but I made that decision and I'm sticking with it.
Oh, she's the cool guidance counselor. They got good musical tastes.
If you weren't
Splat-
if you weren't like insulting my skills as a football player, I'd think you were
She-
kind of cool.
Very rarely says that out loud.
I mean, is it really an insult if it's the truth, James?
Oh,
Hey, I am really good at football. If you ever go to my games, which you don't, because I never see you there.
I've seen you once, James, and honestly, you didn't really do all too well.
James, you're talented at football at a high school level.
Just gotta work hard at it, man. Just gotta work at it. Just gotta work hard.
Hmm.
Anthony's like, maybe your skills lay elsewhere. You can get a job like moving boxes or something. Maybe you'll be good at that.
That's my Dad's job. That's man, no.
Oh, sorry. Well, all right. So pretty soon, after maybe a little bit uncomfortable of a ride, you pull into the parking lot at Splashtown.
I'm uncomfortable because this car is so like. Ugh.
Oh yeah,
I told you it was horrible.
Yeah, and it's always like leaning to the left a little bit, and like it smells kind of weird.
I can tune this up, for real. This is like, wow. I mean,
gas is just a little sticky.
Yeah, and the alternator's pretty much shot on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you are interested, you can tell that there's alternators having problems because there's a lot of black smoke coming out of the tailpipe, which is usually an indication of an alternator problem. Also, his serpentine belt is about to rupture.
Well, after a little uncomfortable, very educational journey, you guys pull into the parking lot of Splashtown.
It probably was all shouted over like electric guitar.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like if you get the alternator, I love
you can tell that the alternator is having problems.
Splashtown holds a hallowed place in this section of juvenile New Jersey. Known as Crash Town or Smash Town, it's a rite of passage as much as a location for aquatic fun, a badge of bloody courage. The reason for this is simple. Splashtown was designed for fun first, then cheapness, and safety a distant third. Water slides send riders rocketing through looping fiberglass, often sending them flying out into the water with chunks of skin left behind. The wave pool, the tsunami pool, is always cranked up to the max, the crashing surf causing the lifeguards to constantly leap in and haul out would-be victims without a chance to catch their breath. And most of the teenage staff is more concerned with seeking out the next beer or joint than enforcing the few rules. One thing's for sure. If you survive, Splashtown is a true experience. So you guys walk through the archway, and the park is pretty packed. It's getting to be a warm spring day, and like pretty much the entire senior, junior class of Crescent Bay High is here, as well as like lots of other families and teenagers just looking for cool out on this day, get some fun. There's like overflowing trash cans, the bathrooms, like you don't want to go in there. Lots of different water slides and attractions, some aquatic, some not, and probably some like I don't know, maybe Springsteen's being pumped in over the park speakers.
Yeah.
So far it looks like an average day at Splashtown.
I guess my character is wearing a one-piece swimsuit, but it's kind of got a bit of netting on the side. And she is adamantly wearing her sneakers.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we have to be dressed for the water park, don't we?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure everybody has changed.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet Walter's just like in swim trunks with sandals and looks like he's got a metal detector around him.
A little weird because there's no beach, but yeah.
Another
You
teacher
have
asked her...
the Abraxas
like,
simulator strapped over to you.
yeah. If another teacher asked her why the netting on the side, she'd tell them that it's like makes the swimsuit more breathable.
So, Judith's like, all right, Walter, use that weird contraption. See what we can find.
It's actually pretty simple. You just turn it on and point, and if it detects any like Abraxas energy, it glows green, and you just follow it there.
Okay.
Yeah, just like this. And Walter turns it on.
All right.
Where we can find.
So you give it a spin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you pointing it at Judith at all, or just like scanning the park?
I guess I would be curious. Like, I wonder, would Abraxas have anything to do with this? I'm pointing at Judith, just like briefly.
Yeah, there's definitely something. It's not like going off the charts, but like it spikes for sure.
That actually explains a bit. We got a bit of the energy coming off of you too, Judith.
She's like, oh my god, holy shit. You mean that I'm connected to that like axe wielding monster that attacked us last night?
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. It's not my point of expertise. You're gonna have to ask the doc about that.
Jeez.
There are a lot of things connected to Abraxas.
Like water.
I mean,
it's a giant
there are a lot of
fish.
stories about Abraxas where I'm from.
Really?
Yeah, there was an incident back in the 20s. Wait, yeah, it was the 20s. Okay, I'm trying to remember the timeline.
Yeah, I think it was 29.
Yeah. There was an incident back in the 20s around about the stock market crash. Nobody in my little town really cared that much about that, but they did care a great deal about the extraplanar being trying to force its way into the world.
Anthony's like, that's so cool. We talking like a Galactus kind of situation?
Have you ever read H.P. Lovecraft?
Just like in the game.
Yeah, that's mentioned in. I mean, that's what Abraxas is in the game too. You're right, Donovan.
Wait,
It's
what
like-
did Donovan say?
Yeah, in Shadow Sentinels.
Yeah, basically, a city came out of the sea where, you know, the geometry was completely wrong, and, you know, trying to end the world. That usually seems to be what Abraxas wants to do, or maybe redefine the world.
Cool.
Yeah. The doc
Hey,
mentioned his
geometry.
great uncle was there.
So Walter, as you're spinning the old Abraxas simulator, you are getting large amounts of Abraxas energy coming from a ride called Rattletrap Ridge, which is it's not a water attraction. It's kind of a big slope, and people go in these little carts with like a little steering wheel and kind of like something that lets the wheels brake or go faster, and then of course everyone wants to go faster, and then you just zoom straight down this like sort of gravel slope and go to the end. It's like a roller coaster. You control yourself.
That's not dangerous at all.
Oh, I'm sure. Thankfully, they filled it up with inebriated teenagers. So,
Yeah. How many people fit in each one of those cars?
probably like 2 or 3, maybe 4 if everyone's squeezing. Definitely not like more than 5 safely. However, people more than 5 are, of course, going in and zooming down.
Gotta go with all your buds, man.
I would hope that maybe what it's coming from isn't the middle of the ride, or is it?
There's something going on at the top, as far as you can tell, but you can't tell more than that.
And the only way to get to the top is to get in a car, I take it.
No, it's like a slide. So there's like kind of a line with some stairs, and you go up one side, then you get on the rides and you zoom down.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think then we should investigate that.
This is coming from the
or
top
I
of it.
should investigate that. Really, it's kind of my job to keep you safe. I feel like I'm putting you in danger.
Judith is like, I'm the one with superpowers. I don't think you have them. And besides, I'm the one who got this vision. I kind of got to do it.
So that ride's pretty fun.
Anthony's like, it does look really fun.
This
I'm
is
gonna go in it no matter
literally
what.
like-
Like, we should ride it. Donovan, you want to ride with me?
I think we have to. This sounds awesome.
It's like some Mad Max shit. Like, we got to do it.
and this is literally my job. I'm being paid to do this.
Donovan, I should know that the person that made Mad Max he actually, I believe, has a degree in veterinary medicine, but he might be a doctor. It's one of the two.
Ooh,
It just
little-
shows
little-
that no matter
Oh, go
what you
ahead.
pursue, no matter what you pursue in college, doesn't mean that you should give up on your film career.
Got it.
Whoa, strange generations. Come for the role playing. Stay for the George Miller facts. Like,
Yeah, I honestly I can't remember. I feel like he's some variety of doctor. I'm blanking.
I'm sure you're right. Like, that sounds super familiar to me.
Cool.
All right, so you guys, you head up the stairs. You reach the top. And there's, of course, a very bored, mullet-wearing teenager who's getting people onto the carts and sending them down. And you see, actually, Bethany, and who is one of the more popular girls at the school, as well as Gregory, who is in the football team with James, also Anthony's older brother, getting on one of the rides together. And as they do it, I think, let me see. Let's everybody give me a brains roll. This is like, a notice.
He was a physician, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that sounds super familiar to me.
That's an awesome tie-in.
Yeah.
And that's just great grounds for arguing with my parents.
We're doing a
Good
brains
point.
roll. Oh, mine exploded, so I've got a
Nice.
12 already.
I got an 11.
16, so I have a 17.
Oh,
So we got a 17, an 11 from Walter. Donovan, how do you do?
Yeah, I got the same exact. I got a 12 and then I got a 9.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then James, how'd you do?
The D4, I got a 2.
Nice.
Okay, so James, you're totally oblivious.
Oh yeah,
Maybe you're watching like
he saw his buddy he saw Greg and was like, oh hey, he's over there.
you're too busy going like to your friend there to notice. I think everybody else does though. So there are a bunch of another cart that is like set up on the slope about to go next. There is like a quartet of creatures that scamper out of the shadows and kind of the crevices, the sort of work sheds, the maintenance area of this ride, and pile onto the cart. They're very like, they're thin. They have sort of like bulbous teardrop shaped heads, kind of big glowing eyes. They seem to be composed of like living shadow, but there's something kind of wet about them. They leave ink stains wherever they step. They have narrow, thin needle claws. Each one is about the size of maybe a chimpanzee or a small child. And they're sort of like hissing to each other as they hop onto the cart and start getting ready to send it down.
They take
Poor
our cart?
teenagers don't even notice that.
They're already like zooming down, and of course, yeah, and of course, the kid with the mullet, he's not noticing.
well, I think we found what we were looking for.
provided
Well,
that
it
there
finally
aren't
looks
more
back
of
to
those-
you guys.
What do you guys
sorry,
see?
go ahead, James.
No, it was just James just like, wait, what's going on?
Provided there aren't more of them in the shed.
Hmm.
Didn't you say it's like a shed sort of thing up near the top of the ride that they came out of?
Yeah, just kind of like the maintenance area.
Can you just give a
Um,
quick scan over the maintenance area to see if you're picking up anything from it, and then I guess we'll chase these things.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Walter, no energy coming from the shed.
Nothing in the shed.
All right. Well,
The mullet
sad
kid
thing is
finally
her-
looks back at you. I think he was just taking like a nice drag on a good old J he had just rolled for himself. He's like, so do you guys want to like get in one of these and go?
Miss Winklevoss is on it. Provided this is going to be grit rolls rather than flight rolls.
Okay, well we'll see. So you're riding one. I think
Yeah.
Judith goes with you, Miss Tara. You guys got this. They can be like
Three and
actually
three.
there's no rails, so you can get as many as you want at a time. There's no safety on this thing.
We can,
3 and 3
we
are
can do
just
multiple, yeah.
pile in like the log flume ride. Just everyone like sort of like
Mhm.
like we're doing toboggan.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Either way.
We'll get more weight that way. We might go faster.
All right,
Yes,
so we
that
got
That's
so
not
James,
good.
Donovan, and Walter are going in the other one.
Sure.
All right, I think Anthony's gonna hop in with you guys.
Are Bethany and Gregory still up there too?
they're zooming ahead. The one with the creepers, which is what those creatures are called. You
Mhm.
might have seen them in like weird news reports and heard about them on the radio. Sort of another urban legend, cryptid kind of thing around New Jersey. Jersey Devil adjacent, perhaps.
What was it called again?
Creepers.
Creeper.
Yeah.
Are the creepers like? I guess I'm having a failure as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Are they chasing some other kids?
Yes,
Like,
they are
okay.
chasing Bethany and Gregory.
Okay.
Oh, dude,
Then-
that's not good.
All right. So Ms. Tara is gonna ride that cart down, and if Judith has a power that's good besides speak with animals, which I think is gonna do no good in this situation, it might be a good time to use it.
Okay, so she's zooming down. The rest of you guys are zooming down.
Mhm.
I think as you're going over, those creepers, like they're zooming down ahead of you. Two of them are gonna like leer around from behind their cart, and I'm gonna say James, Donovan, Walter. One of them is going to leap off, nimbly fly through the air, land on your cart. And who is driving? Like,
So
who's
did they
manning
jump
the-
over my cart to get to their cart?
Yes, very nimble.
Okay.
These things. So another one might be coming at you guys. So hold that thought. Which one of you guys is driving?
Who decided to get in front?
The wheel. Walter. Is that
James
you?
is reckless enough. He'll do it.
The
All right. So James, you're driving.
Yeah.
All right. This creeper is gonna land on you and start trying to like flay you with its claws to make you mess up and crash completely.
Oh, shit! Bring it on, dude.
Anthony's like, get it off. Just get rid of it. James, I'm gonna have you roll. Actually, what do you do? What do you do about this thing?
Let's see. So he's just sort of, so he's leaped onto the thing and he's just sort of about to maul. Can I just sort of try and grab him and just throw it off?
That sounds good. I think that's like a brawn roll, I would say.
Sure. I will gladly take a brawn roll. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a 16.
It is pretty solid. Okay. How do you get rid of him?
Basically, he's sort of like the creature just like jumps on and like James is just like, oh shit, and just grabs him by the scruff or whatever like thing, the most thing that he can grab, just like
Yeah,
tosses him
tap by the
backwards.
throat, maybe. All right, you just hurl it over your shoulder. It like smashes down onto the gravel, rolls a little bit, and then kind of fades into a shadowy, oil-stained lump.
Yeah, check out that KO, dude.
Huh. Wonder where it's going now that it's dissolving.
Hmm. All right, Miss Tara.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very good, Dallas. Miss Tara, you are cruising pretty close to the back of the cart with the creepers on it.
Yep.
Could
She would
be,
like
like-
to close. She would like to close that distance. She's got
Right.
a plan, but
Okay. Yeah, I think Bethany and Gregory have noticed this and are freaking out a lot now. There's like a cart of monsters chasing them. So Miss Tara, what do you do?
basically she just had heard people talking about those Mad Max films, and her plan is to ram them and derail both her cart and their cart.
Great plan.
It's exceedingly dangerous, but this is how she lives. She lives her life on the edge. And probably why she suggested that the kids, for the most part, not be in the same car as her. But whatever.
Yeah, I think Judith is just like holding on, teeth gritted as you do this.
Hey, Judith, is one of your abilities to fly?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
All right, so you spin the wheel. I think this would be maybe grit to like hold on, or brawn.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe
I'm all
fight. 'cause
about
you're
grit.
doing some vehicular combat here
Um,
in a fashion.
so Judith is impulsive.
Are we doing grit or are we not?
Yeah, let's do grit,
Okay.
and then I think Donovan thinks Judith's going to do something.
Oh,
which I
okay. Do you want
definitely
Judith to do her thing first, or?
Oh no, I was just saying like I know that she's impulsive. That's one thing I have for her, and I'm not trying to. I can't remember if we can use those traits or inflict them like when we're not with that character. But I'm saying she's with you on this one because she is impulsive.
Yeah.
And your motivation is good with that. So if there's any way she can help you, I think she would, is what I'm saying.
Oh, totally.
Cool.
All right. Oh, and I should say Judith has all 7 psychic energy tokens because she got a good night's sleep.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
like I said, all I've got is speak with animals, and that isn't doing shit. So
I
got
don't
the
know if
future
controlling the
sight.
weather would help out in this situation right now. Maybe later.
Hey, I will say, Smash Town infested with rats.
That's
it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
I
well
mean-
then, sure. She commands some rats to jump into the car in front of us.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're kind of
Like
changing
a little
things around a little.
rain of rats falling down on these ink blot monsters.
Okay, I like that. All
And
right,
then-
so
And
that is
then,
going to use an energy token.
Yeah.
All right, so now she's 6 out of 7. So Kat, go ahead and describe this. What does this look like as she's like summoning the rats?
sure, like she starts making these high-pitched squeaking noises, which causes Tara to look at her like, that's a thing you're doing. And all of a sudden, like, it's just like this rain of rats opens up on the, car in front. And some of them are hitting it. Some of them are kind of falling in front of it, kind of messing up the steering system of the ink blot monsters. I can't remember what you actually say they're called. I remember they're ink blot monsters.
Inkblot monsters
Creepers.
is cool. Creepers is
Creepers.
the official name,
Gotcha.
or
So
the nickname that the sightings to give.
yeah, so they're falling all over the creepers. It's just like this torrent of rats. And
Okay, I like it.
Hopefully that distracts them enough that Miss Winklevoss can go ramming speed.
Okay, they're definitely
We'll
distracted.
see how the grit goes. It's cocked. I got a 19.
Whoa! Oh man!
Oh
well,
wait,
you-
I got a 20. Sorry.
Ooh!
Dirty 20 because it's the +1.
Yes. Very good. Oh, I would say, yeah, James. No affiliation. He's saying
No affiliation with Minecraft creepers.
Yeah. Definitely different. Those are green and rectangular.
Explode.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, health inspectors, they never visit this place. I'm sure, like, the guy who owns it, he's got a special deal. Miss Tara, so you like totally sideswipe. In fact, I think your cart doesn't even get knocked over. You're so good at this.
Yeah, probably that and the rats helping in some way. I don't want to say it's because so many rats fell in front of the car and died.
No. They just mess up the steering.
They mess up the steering, so it's just like bam, and their car goes completely off the rails.
Right. So the creeper cart like smashes to the side, flips over. The creepers go flying and start like rolling and sliding over the sand.
She shouts back, "See that, Donovan? Mad Max!"
Eyes are
Stuff.
wide, trust me, just like, yeah, mentally taking notes.
Gregory and Bethany are able to like zoom ahead and yeah. slide
harm did
slide
anything in
down
this
to the where the slope ends and you get kind of a big expanse of gravel. And they go over and move safely to the end. And I think the rest of you guys like zoom down there and start sliding to a halt. But then like as you do, Walter and Donovan, like there was a creeper hiding under your cart. And as it slides to a halt, this creeper crawls its way out and like bursts out from the side to still try and attack you and upset your cart as it's coasting to a stop. So
Right.
Walter, what do you do?
Reflectively, I take the Abraxas scanner and whack him with it. It's like, ah!
Nice. All right, go ahead and give me a fight roll.
What was my fight? D6. This might not end up well.
Mm.
With a
Everyone can
+1, I think, for
Okay.
a teenager.
Yep.
That's a 5.
Mm.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I think you connect with it.
Mhm.
It goes like sliding to the ground, or like slides onto the the railing of this cart, and it's kind of pinned there, but it's still hacking at you. I think it does manage to score a cut on your arm, like it kind of slices into you, and it does hurt.
Ow!
Yeah, but it's still there. It took, it got bashed upside the head. But
At
it's
least
still
the duck
there.
pays hazard pay.
He totally doesn't. Donovan, what do you do?
If it's on the is there a cart I can like release the brake from that it runs it over, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of other carts that are still like momentum that are coming down.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would try to do that, so that I don't have to worry about trying to, I guess, hit Walter in the process, because that's what I'd be worried about. Because, wait, is Walter pinning this thing down? Is that correct?
I don't think he's pinning it. I think it just like kind of fell back onto the
Oh,
railing.
okay. Yeah, so that's my goal. Yeah, is to just try to see if I can have it crushed while it's still there, basically.
Nice. Okay. What do you think this would be a good roll for? Maybe fight, because you're using the vehicles to fight.
Or maybe a brains, because I'm trying to like unlock the mechanism, or.
Yeah, I like brains too for this. Yeah, because you have to like aim.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and give me a brains roll.
Because I was saying, if I was punching him or kicking him, I would definitely roll a fight, but I'm using something else.
Oh, I agree.
Sweet. That's 11.
All right, so what does this look like?
It's clearly the button you're not supposed to push in there. It's the ultimate emergency safety brake. It's got red on it, and it is clearly ready to be grabbed. So that's the one I go for. Click it. And like grease lightning, I would say this thing is just right over him.
Oh yeah, it's just like a stain is left on the side of the other cart. All right, so at this point, all the carts have coasted to a halt. Gregory and Bethany hop out, and they come over and join you as you guys are like leaving your carts. I think Anthony like nearly vomits what kind of horrible water park food was he eating? Nachos, perhaps?
Blue ice cream.
Yeah, some blue ice cream.
I've done that as a kid. Oh man.
What were you doing eating the food here? No one
Nachos
eats
and blue
the
ice
food
cream.
here.
It looks so tasty.
I'm reminded of a time that I actually did throw a blue ice cream.
Yeah,
Oh
everybody.
man, I'm sorry.
If you've been to an amusement park that has blue ice cream, you have thrown up blue ice cream, and it is something.
It is, yeah.
It is something, all right.
Wow. This is not an experience I've had.
You got to try it.
You gotta try it. It will be an experience.
My family, like, we refuse to be captive to the exorbitant prices charged by water park merchants, so we would just sneak in our own food.
This was at home for me. So I think it was after like a Baskin Robbins run or something.
Yeah, I threw up blue ice cream at Kings Island outside of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Everyone's blue ice. We're like every Dallas. You drink blue ice cream ever? Okay, good.
Maybe I blocked it out. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I know I've had blue ice cream. I can tell you that.
All right, poor Anthony throws up some blue ice cream. Gregory, of course, runs to him, and he's a good big brother, and gets him some water and calms him down a little bit. And then he comes back and is like, "What was going on? Those like weird little
Gremlins?
plot freakazoids. What the fuck is happening?"
I'm calling them ink blots, personally.
Ink blots. They do
Ink
dissolve in
blots.
ink, so.
I don't know, but they tried to attack you, and then they tried to attack us.
They didn't just try to attack us, they attacked us. Look at this.
Oh.
Ow.
Sorry, poor choice of words, Walter.
Anthony's
You
like,
should
"Oh my
get
god."
that looked at.
Yeah. I mean, I'd asked one of these lifeguards for their first aid kit, but they seem pretty busy saving drowners.
Yeah,
Maybe just-
Walter, I'll take you to the first aid station here. We'll get you bandaged up.
I don't know on Miss Tara. It doesn't look that bad.
If we don't get that cleaned out and you go into the water here, you probably are going to get hepatitis.
And Walter's gonna like whisper to Miss Tara at the moment. Miss Tara, seriously, I'm trying to impress Bethany right now.
Trying to impress the girl who's
Getting a
Dave is
strep
already over there.
infection inside of your arm is no way to impress a girl.
Wait, strep infection?
Teenagers
Oh, crap.
do stuff like that, so that actually tracks.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
But you guys are all kind of.
Scar.
Yep. So as you guys are like sort of congregating, Bethany's like, or not Bethany, Judith looks over her shoulder and she's like, "Hey, I don't know if you don't give it away, but I think that guy, that yuppie from the commercials, I think that asshole's watching us."
Wait,
And
where?
as you guys,
I'm gonna go right over to him if he's there.
okay, yeah, as you look around, you do indeed see that Brad Blix of Blix's Picks, he is, let's see, maybe like he's busying himself, like pretending to look at, like a park map. And he's like sitting at some picnic benches a little bit back. He's still wearing his, his suit, but he's, it's a bit hot, so he's got the top button undone and the tie undone, and he's a little loose. But yeah, he's like trying to pretend not to be watching you, but he totally is. So Miss Tar, you're just walking over.
I'll walk over to him. Mr. Blix,
Yeah.
do you have a child here at this water park?
Hey, sorry, baby. This bird flies so low. I don't have any
Great.
kids
So
with me.
you just come down here to look at teenagers in their bathing suits. I'm sure that would be a fascinating report to leak to the press.
Didn't say that. I just like the atmosphere. He's like standing up.
Of half-clothed children.
He's like, look, I don't see what business it is of yours, miss.
Well-
I don't know who you are.
You've been following around one of my students inside of your creepy limousine. I'm presuming to groom her for some sort of weird club that you gentlemen partake in.
You got any evidence of that? It's a hell of an accusation.
Well, I mean, you are down here staring at children in swimsuits.
He starts to like walk away from you. He's like hurrying down the cement right now.
Okay. That's pretty much what she was doing, was just mama birding him and trying to get rid of him. Sorry if that wasn't what she should have done, but it's definitely what she wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah, she was trying to scare him away. And I don't know if that's counter to the plot, but
Okay, no, it makes sense. So I think as he is like walking away, need to change. I gotta switch some things around here a little bit. It's
Sorry.
okay. No worries.
It's how tabletop games work. Always throw a curveball to the DM.
Yeah. No. Okay. So, are you following him or just like letting him go?
I mean,
Or
if it
seeing
looks
where
like
he goes?
if it looks like he's trying to exit the park, then she's not going to chase after him. But
He's not exiting the park. He is going maybe to like the side of the tsunami pool.
okay.
He's sort of trying to lose you a little bit, and then he's going to do something else. So are you following him, or are you like keeping an eye on him? What's your move here?
I mean, I if he doesn't leave the park, she's going to be like watching him to make sure he doesn't do something creepy.
Okay.
She's seriously only, because remember in the 80s it was hardcore stranger danger about stuff like that. Like she's not just like
so and so
making things
o'clock.
up.
You know where your children are.
Yeah, she's at least halfway in the camp of this. That's exactly what this guy is down here to do, and I got to keep these kids safe from the creeper.
Okay.
She called the thing that's not a creeper a creeper.
Good point. I think he kind of tries to lose you in the crowd. He goes over to like the crowds around the some like benches and over in the grass overlooking the tsunami pool. he kind of sits down to himself and takes out a humongo cell phone out of his jacket and starts like talking into it. And you hear him. Are you trying to like eavesdrop or?
Well, I don't know where everybody else is, and
I should check
he
in.
doesn't just abandon this group of students to go chase after this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to probably ask you. Do you think we should keep an eye on him? We saw you talk to him, and he walked away. But is that the guy? Should we worry about him more?
I'm very worried about him because he's down here without any children, and in a business suit with one button unbuttoned. That's predatory behavior, and I will not have that happen on my watch. Not when I'm chaperoning.
Judas, like, he's a sleazemeister for sure.
Oh yeah, he's
But I
definitely a creepy.
But like, dude works at Lamb, or he's part of Lamb. He works at the Honeywell building where my mom works. You might know something.
Wait, does the Abraxas scanner still work? Considering I just whacked something with it.
It's a little dented, but it still functions.
I'm gonna point it at the direction of that lamb guy.
Okay.
See if
Blix,
anything-
or Brad Blix is his name.
Yeah, Brad Blix.
There's like it's not much, but it's like residual. So yeah, there's Abraxas energy around him for sure.
He's got some of the energy on him, and he hasn't left the park.
Judas, like, you think we ought to talk to him, find out what he knows, or like follow him? What do you think? I'm not really used to this whole, James
At this
Bond thing.
Point, I feel like follow him. I feel like I already yelled at him, so maybe not me. But I also don't want to steer any of you children towards a dangerous situation. You said he's near the tsunami pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a way of watching him where he's not going to see me. But don't let it freak you out, okay? It's normal. Some people are a little different than other people.
And Walter's just gonna hold up the scanner. Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. So, if you're okay with this, Michael, this is what she does.
Uh-huh.
She takes a deep breath and plunges into the wave pool after kicking your shoes off. She tries to
Okay.
kick her shoes off fast enough that the kids won't see your feet, but they probably see your feet.
Ooh. Okay, so you guys have a pretty good idea that Kat, how would you describe it? How would you describe those feet?
Well, she's got webbed toes, but also they kind of end in claws. Like they're beyond just like a human's webbed toes. Like there's definitely something monstrous about her feet.
Whoa.
And then she jumps into the water and doesn't come back up.
Anthony's like, is your guidance counselor like Aquaman or something? The creature from the Black Lagoon? Like, what was that?
Anthony,
No idea, kid.
I don't know. She's got a lot of talents.
I guess. Also, Donovan, you and I should totally go and spy on that guy.
Tell you what, let's make like we're getting some snacks.
Blue ice cream?
There we go.
Yeah. Walter, James, you guys can come along too. We can be like spy buddies.
Yeah, why not?
Walter's gonna debate. Okay, go with the guys and do my job, or stay here with Bethany and attempt more awkward courtship.
It is a tricky question.
Let's roll with it. We'll roll for it.
Oh, roll for it. Okay, I like that.
So,
Roll for awkward courtship?
awkward
Charm, I
courtship.
guess, right?
Well, I guess we're seeing like if we're kind of letting fate decide. Is that what we're doing there?
Yeah. What would it be like? Grit, I would say.
Or charm.
Oh, I think grit is to resist the call of your own heart. Yeah.
Oh.
8. So, yeah, Walter's gonna go with the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bethany's kind of already taken, so maybe that's a good call.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you were definitely flirting with her and were trying to like charm her. I'm sorry.
he was trying to,
He was trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she is already taken.
but then he realized if she's here with Gregory, then man,
It's probably pretty widely known that Gregory and her are a thing.
Hey, you know, when you're a teenage boy, you're still like, that means I've got a chance.
Very true. Although I was too awkward to be at any point at that.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Okay, so Miss Tara, you're in the
Yes.
pool. Now the problem is, this isn't like the wave pool that you would go to at a responsible, good water park.
Yeah.
This one, it's like it's cranked up to the max, like all the time. Pretty much like the lifeguards are just continuously jumping down, pulling people out who are drowning. Like it is a disaster zone.
Right. I mean,
Oh.
the positive thing for her is drowning is off the table.
That is true. But the waves are big. It's crashing around. It's like a crazy kind of whirlpool situation.
Yeah.
So how do you, I guess, like stay put and like listen? What's your skill here that you would use? You think?
Well, she's more just trying to stay in. She's being under the water. She doesn't really stick her head up above. Like she won't try to listen in until she gets much closer.
Okay.
But just kind of trying to ride those waves in and not, like I said, she doesn't need to worry about drowning. So that's like the positive. But
Okay, that's a good point.
like the main thing she was trying to do was observe him.
Okay.
And when the waves are really bad up on the surface, when you're underwater, it's not as severe. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me describe, I guess, like, so you're seeing this. James, Donovan, Walter, with Anthony, of course. You guys are coming, like, so you're in line. Let's have, like, one person do maybe a brains roll to, like, make sure you're being stealthy. So he doesn't notice you're there. And I'll show you what you see and hear what's going on.
Oh,
There's
I
no
guess I never
chance of Miss
told
Tar
you-
being discovered.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't tell you what roll to make. I don't know what roll to make, but
Okay.
what
Well,
she's
I think
doing.
like if you're under the water, you're not trying to like surface and listen in. You don't need to make a roll because you're just
Oh,
like
okay.
watching through the surface.
Yeah. She's just kind of trying to keep an eye on him. I guess I wasn't very clear about what she's doing. She's trying to keep an eye on him so that when the kids do confront him, if he starts something, she can be there real fast
Right. Got it.
without him knowing that she's there, because she's going to be a really big tip off.
Okay. You definitely got that.
Okay. Sorry.
So who? Oh, no worries. So Walter, are you gonna or
yeah, I
Walter?
made the roll. It's 13.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You guys are able to blend into the line for blue ice cream, no problem. So you see and you hear Blix is like on the phone, his humongous phone. He's not very good at the whole keep your phone call to yourself thing. And you hear him talking like, look, man, I got made. I think I'm some kind of, I don't know, pervisoid, and I got to admit, I'm kind of fitting the bill here. Yeah. Look, why don't you come over here? You come down here. You can watch and get in trouble or something. I've already gotten in trouble for maybe not this, but similar stuff. There was that thing in Miami. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, look, you come over here and explain it to my face. Yeah. Okay, goodbye, ciao. And he hangs up and sets his humongous cell phone down. Then a little while later, another individual walks through the crowd. This guy, you can tell he knows what he's doing. He has he looks like his clothes are the such that blend in. He looks like anybody. He's got just an old rumpled windbreaker. Am I blanking on a team that is in New Jersey? Help me out, sports fans.
Devils, Jets.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that would do it. He is one of those ball caps. Yeah, you guys have definitely
baseball,
reached
yeah.
the front of the line and gotten some blue ice cream at this point. Delicious.
Raspberry.
No one eat it.
Mhm.
No, seriously, Donovan, don't eat that.
Yeah, I don't think there isn't a baseball team in Jersey. It's It'd be the
Anthony is
Yankees
already
It was
eating
the
the blue
Yankees or the Mets.
Right. Yeah, he's just like a generic baseball cap from one of those teams. Nothing that would look totally out of place or out of place at all, and just like some jeans. It's hard to see his features behind the sunglasses and the hat. He just like slides into position next to Blix, and Blix immediately starts being like, "Oh, so there you are, Mr. Johnny-come-lately fancy-pants lieutenant now chooses to show up, huh? Well, how about you go over and do the babysitting job, and I can go fuck off and relax." And then suddenly he like shuts up completely. And Tara, I think you see the angle, right? This newcomer has like shoved a silenced pistol into Blix's chest, like just real close, like pushing it real in, so it's really hard to see. And he just gets Blix to like stand up. Blix is like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, Lieutenant, baby, calm down. Let's." And then the lieutenant, or whoever this individual is, just like starts walking him out of the park, and like kind of leaving the populated area.
Okay,
Oh,
what's
sorry,
going,
Pat,
guys?
you're muted. You're muted.
Muted.
This is probably where I will have to make a roll because I'm gonna have to try to speedily get from this back to my sneakers. You know what? She's not even gonna go for her sneakers. She's just gonna deal with the public ramifications.
Oh boy. Okay.
So she's gonna can I see where the students are at all? Like, I know that they went to get the ice cream.
I would say they're pretty visible from where you are in the pool.
And did they see what happened? Probably they didn't see the gun.
I mean,
They didn't see the gun. They
Yeah.
heard the conversation. They heard Blix is like upset at this lieutenant guy. Then they just see them standing up together. The lieutenant is like very, very close to Blix, and is like leading Blix and is like walking away from the crowd into a more like a pretty. I can describe in a second, but it's kind of like an empty area of the park.
Yeah, she's gonna surface and kind of try to get the attention of the kids.
Yeah. I would have thought we would like try to signal each other.
Yeah. And
Okay,
she's gonna
you splash the surface.
yeah, and she's gonna try. This might be where it's a problem that it's a violent killer wave pool. She's gonna try to gesture to them like, what's happening, like go get them, kind of thing. Like I'm having such a hard time expressing what she's trying to do. How far
There's some,
away
like-
are they from her at this point? Not the guys with the guns, but the like Donovan and Walter and James.
They're pretty close by. The blue ice cream stand is next to the wave pool.
Are you signaling us to follow? Like ahead of you?
Yeah, go try to go get them.
Got it. Okay.
okay.
Okay, can
but you're-
finally get rid of this.
All right, so you guys follow. I'm gonna
And she
say,
makes the hand sign of gun, so they
yeah, I think they picked that up.
okay.
Oh no.
The doc, we should
Finger
have had
guns?
something.
What? Like what? No, just kidding.
maybe they don't pick it up.
No, James, actual gun.
James has a D4 in brains.
She's gonna and with that she's
This
gonna
isn't
try
the
to swim
smartest
back
cookie.
to the other side of the pool and get her shoes on.
All right, I think Judith is there waiting for you.
Cool. I don't know if there's a roll I need to make to get back across the pool or just.
I think it's difficult, but you make it. You're a good swimmer.
Okay.
The lifeguards do not need to pull you out and save you.
All right. I'm sure that there's quite a head start on her with her doing that, but
Yeah. Okay, so meanwhile, let's check. So James, Donovan, Walter, you follow Blix and this lieutenant, like down through the active park. They kind of go down like a side trail. There's like a staff only sign and a little chain. And they just like hop over it, and they go to a water slide with like a almost complete oval in the center of it called the Death Loop. And you probably have heard about this. It was designed by the kind of kooky owner of Smash Town, of just like, a water slide that sends you completely in a loop and then shoots you out. but he could never get it to work safely. So he's still playing around with it, like adjusting the water pressure, giving staff like $100 to test it out. But it's not open to the public. He has not been able to crack the code of the death loop. So it's totally abandoned. It's away from the rest of the park. There's a switchback stairwell leading up to the top. And this is where Blix and the lieutenant go, like into the kind of shade of this stairwell. So by staying a little bit back, you can hear them talk. You get maybe a better look of the lieutenant. He's got like square jawed, clean shaven, military haircut under his ball cap. He shoves Blix down, and Blix is like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, buddy, look. All right, maybe I spoke too soon. I'm cool with doing what I'm doing. Like, you don't have to, there's no need for this." And you hear the lieutenant's voice. It is like iron. He's just like, "Shut the fuck up. You have a job to do and you can do it, and that's it. If you want out, you can go ahead and want it. It's too late. We've all made our choices. Now we're stuck with it." So he, I think what he does now, he like, Blix is like, "Whoa, okay, buddy, I'm reading you loud and clear." And the lieutenant just like lowers his pistol and shoots him in the leg. It's a silenced pistol, so no, it makes a silent, like, according to people who actually know these things, silenced pistols aren't actually that
They
silent.
don't actually silence.
So it sounds like a firecracker going off.
Yeah. Right. So it makes like a loud, loud click, kind of rattle noise. But Blix just like falls down. He's like holding his leg. He shoots through his loafer, and he's wailing. And the lieutenant's like, "Go ahead and crawl back to your limo when you're ready. I'll be in the Honeywell building." And he walks away. So Blix is now just lying on the ground, kind of like wailing and in pain. A flesh wound, but still definitely painful. The lieutenant is like kind of heading back in your direction. Are you guys gonna like confront him or hide? What do you think you're doing here?
No, seriously, guys, hide.
Hide.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Good choice. So
I mean, what are we going to do against a gun?
it's a place that's like abandoned, right? There may be like employee entrance stores or something. Maybe we can get into or something.
Oh, definitely. There's like maintenance sheds all over the place there, and tool sheds.
Gotcha.
Okay, I think I might have somebody roll a brains to pull off this hide.
I don't know. Maybe one of you guys take a crack at it.
Probably shouldn't be me.
All right.
Donovan, you want to go for it?
I'm decent. Yeah, I'll go for it always. 6.
Okay. So you hide into one of the sheds, and I think it's a good hiding spot. However, this lieutenant guy is pretty good.
Hmm.
Like, as you are inside and you're like in the he does like, he spins his head around, like you're 100% sure you're safe, but he does like spin around and like look through and look into the shadows. He kind of squints for a little bit, and then he does walk on. So after a while, he's gone. Blix's crying has gone down to some like moans. And then Anthony's like, dude, he totally just shot that guy.
Yes, we noticed, Anthony.
No, he did, but
We should like go help him.
we should help him. We should make sure that Miss Tara and Judith know that we're where we are.
Okay. Well, I think
Go.
like so. Oh, go ahead, Donovan.
Let's say go check on him. I'm just gonna make sure that I check back in the other direction to see if those two are showing up or not, or on their way.
Yeah, I would say by now Judith and Miss Tara have returned.
Okay.
I do want to do a quick Judith Miss Tara scene as they're walking back though.
Sure.
So maybe we'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you're going back, because like Judith is like, Miss Tara,
Yeah.
look, I don't want to be a dick or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but like I kind of saw your feet back there, and
Sure. Well, between you and me, I know it's weird, but I'm a mermaid. We don't really look like how they look in movies.
you're a mermaid.
I mean, I'm a part person and I'm part fish, so mermaid, you know?
Yeah. Oh wait,
And-
guys, you got to help me here. It was I'm trying to think of mermaid movies. Was Splash an 80s movie?
Splash was out by that point, yes.
Okay, good. That's the reference you would make for sure then.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah and Splash.
Yeah, that was the movie that changed the names.
Although I have to tell you that I can't like shatter glass with my voice or anything like that kind of stuff she did. I can just swim around and I don't have like a big tail. I have, web toes and I have gills. But yeah, so I'm a mermaid. I'm from mer people. That's the secret of where I'm from.
Well,
It has been misinterpreted by certain writers of popular fiction as being something horrible.
she's like, look, I can talk to rats and control the weather, so
Right.
I gotta
Also-
say, it's strange, but
Yeah. There are a lot of things out there, and you have to be careful about who knows, which is why, I was nervous about people seeing my feet.
Oh, I get it.
People like the man that Walter works for, some of them aren't cool. Some of them their scientific pursuits kind of get in the way of their humanity, and they don't view us as humans.
Is that why you were so worried about people finding out about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, thanks, Miss Tara.
Welcome.
And then you guys arrive at the scene, and you go over and see Brad Blix. Like, he's calmed down a little bit. He's like holding his wounded leg there, and he's kind of like, oh, geez, it's you again.
Yeah, although I have to say I've kind of reevaluated the whole thing about you being a van person. And why are you here?
Should we all come out at this point?
Yeah, I think you're all like surrounding him.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to just jump on taking the lead there, so
Right. So he is like, look, Lamb, we just got together to make a little money. That's the whole point of this, just making some cash.
Then why is all this energy on you?
What do you mean, like the you know what?
Abraxas energy.
Oh, how much do you know?
is this one of those rules that we can't say its name aloud? Because we've been saying its name aloud kind of a lot.
You could, I guess you can say its name aloud. I'm just like, look, how much do you know?
About
much do you know?
Abraxas, or something else?
Okay, well, how about this? How much do you know about Lamb?
Isn't that just
Okay.
a sheep?
Oh, we know about Lamb, but you should tell us about it anyway.
Should I? He's like, okay, so you don't know. All right, well, I guess the situation's still kind of salvageable. I just gotta get this leg fixed, get back on top, do a bump, get my heart rate going. I can get back on top again.
Well, now that you've told us about Lamb, we're going to be even more curious about knowing about it.
All right, well, let me put it to you. I'm a businessman. Let's do business. Why should I tell you anything?
Because you got your leg shot.
You're clearly in over your head.
I think Donovan's gonna have to roll charm there. Or maybe
Oh,
Walter. The
wonderful.
leg
This
shot
is-
thing doesn't seem that charming, but I think Donovan is definitely being charming here.
I think you got the better charm between us.
On a D4, and I rolled a 1.
Oh, you got a D4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no.
Oh, look at you assuming Donovan was charming. That's just because Dallas is trying.
Okay. He is going to try and run away.
I'd
It's,
like
it's
grab
very
him by
hard
his
to
leg.
break the leg.
I just
On a bum leg.
totally talking. He's just gone. I'm like, he's gone.
Can I like as soon as he starts to go, just grab him by the collar or like by the arm?
Yeah, you
better yet-
definitely can try. Let's
or
go
better
with-
yet,
It's gonna be
James.
another tackle.
Tackle.
Right.
Or tackle him either way.
Yeah, go
Prove
ahead.
everyone
tackle,
wrong.
So which one do
Tackle
you
the
want?
yuppie.
Which one do you think would work for that?
It's up to you.
I would say, yeah, like Marvin's saying, fight would work. Brawn, I can see Brawn working. What do you think, James?
Yeah, let's do a brawn.
Okay.
They're both really good. But okay, that's average 11.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a limping guy. It's not too hard to hurl yourself into him and you crash him down to the pavement there.
Now, who said you could go anywhere?
Ah, Jesus Christ, get off of me! You fucking Neanderthal teenager. Ugh.
Yeah.
God, nothing is worth this.
I mean, you could either spill the beans, or I can maybe just press my thumb into that wound of yours.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that. Okay. Look, I'll tell you what I know. But you gotta promise me something.
I can certainly try.
And all you do, including the one responsible adult with you, because no offense, Mr. I'm trying to think what's a famous '80s football player. Is Joe Montana '80s? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no, what wasn't
I have no idea. I don't follow football.
no, like the really
I
famous
referenced refrigerator
49er
parody
quarterback. He
last.
was
Joe Namath.
oh, Jerry Rice was pretty famous.
It was-
Right.
Was it
Okay.
Jerry Rice? Was it something Rice.
In the 80s.
And then
Is Joe Namath even a football player?
Yeah, Namath was the Jets. He was
yeah,
the-
Namath was Jets.
Right. That'd be
Montana was the 49ers.
Montana, yeah, Joe Montana, yeah,
definitely. He'd be like,
yeah.
all right, Mr. Junior Joe Montana. Here's the promise. You got to make sure Lieutenant Knott does not fucking liquidate me, terminate me with extreme prejudice, okay? That guy is like a crazy commando soldier, CIA killer asshole. You got to make sure I'm safe from him.
Can I ask a quick question?
Oh, please.
When you say liquidate, do you mean get turned into one of those liquid creatures, or do you just mean die?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to turn me into liquid, but I do mean die, yes. He's the kind of guy who's got, like, acid baths on tap. Like, that's where I would end up.
Well, we do know a guy who has experience hiding from government agents.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something. All right. Well, maybe I'll tell you what I know then. Just you got to make sure I get out of here in one piece.
We should concern ourselves with stopping your bleeding.
Yeah. Though actually, I'd think that will get my blood flowing a little bit. If you open my coat, I got a little vial of a certain powder.
Right.
Give me a little bump for a boost, if you know what I mean. Let's go. And also, if you want to join in, come on, let's ride those rails.
I really strongly suggest you not do narcotics in front of children or when you are bleeding massively.
Oh, you're no fun. All right, so does anybody know first aid here?
I can try. I mean, I'm a guidance counselor.
Yeah, I take an ROP class on health services at the junior college, so I'll just assist. I'll watch.
I still have an open wound. I am not the right person to be doing this.
All right. Well, also you find a first aid kit inside one of the work sheds. You know, just mounted up on the wall there. It's pretty well. You know, I mean, it's Smash Town. They keep the first aid kits stocked. They use them a lot.
So I guess a brains roll.
Sounds good.
Okay.
My 12 is really good. That's the 12 already.
Hey.
Whoa.
And that's add 7 to that for 19, and then I get a +1 for being an adult, so it's 20.
Hey,
20 the hard way, but 20.
Okay, perfect. And Donovan, you said you rolled like a 2 to.
Oh no, I was gonna say like I was just watching and assisting or something like that.
Oh,
So,
definitely. Yeah. So you helped out. Yeah. Good. The person with quick healing has not been hurt yet. I know. Well, give it time. Give it time.
By the way, I actually in the course of this game, I changed what my character's flaw is because she's super secretive, and that was not what I had marked as her flaw. So,
Oh.
Hmm.
so I had it as clumsy, but she's not been clumsy as of yet. But she has been patronizing, and she has been secretive. So sometimes you got to change these things on the fly. Yeah. So I guess she did an okay job patching this freaking coke addict's leg up.
Right. So you bandage him up. You cut away his trouser leg, and he's like, "What? That's Armani!" But you know.
Well, it's already been ruined due to the
Don't remind me. So pretty soon his leg is patched up, the bleeding has stopped at least. He's able to kind of sit upright. And he's like, well, I guess farewell to skiing at Aspen this year, huh? Oh, you guys wouldn't know. What do you know about the high life?
what are all these references you keep saying to us?
I don't know, man, but your leg is shot. You're not going to be doing anything for a long time. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, that's
And personally, I prefer to not be that far above sea level.
Ugh. All right, well, keep your end of the promise. I'll give you a little bit here. Okay, so Lamb, I mean, I guess you've gathered it by now, but we're a little bit more than like the Kiwanis Club or the Elks Lodge. You know,
Hey,
we're like an organization, came together. I heard, got wind of it a couple years back. Some businessmen, some like-minded professionals, and we decided to let's go make some money. Let's make some real money by any means necessary. Now, I know Wall Street pretty well. My pump and dump is perfect. Know how to pick them, know how to sell them. But sometimes, fate just isn't on my side. And what Lamb offered, we were able to find some records, some books. We got some members that are pretty old. They have some records that go back pretty far. We found some stuff from the old time businessmen, like the robber baron types. We even named the Honeywell building after one of them, Leander Honeywell, if you can believe it. And they had some really interesting ways of turning a profit. You just had to make some deals with some entities. So Lamb started doing that, and it worked out pretty well. But then Lieutenant Knott came on in. Things started getting even darker. You can tell he's a little bit more worried here. He's particularly he's looking at Judith this whole time too. When he mentions,
don't they say in the movies they don't make deals with the devil?
Yeah, well, those are I guess Lieutenant Knott's kind of the devil in this scenario.
So what's your interest in this young lady? Because you've been staring at her the whole time.
And why does she have the same Abraxas energy coming off of her that you do?
She's the ablation of Abraxas.
What?
The what?
Yeah, the word is ablation. It's it was a term we found in some of these old tomes. It's like a sacrifice or an offering. The truth is, it's more of a vessel. That's what we've been doing what I was arranging these past couple of days with the creepers, and then with the Mr. Deer-headed axe maniac. Ways to test her, to make sure that she's ready.
Huh.
And he faces Judith, and he's let me tell you, Missy, soon as we think you are ready, and then Abraxas is going to take you over, and you're going to be the key. You're going to be the vessel for him. And Well, I thought I was going to be on the winning team, but I guess I fucked that up. Lieutenant Knott's going to be running you and him, and then he gets to make the whole world dance to his tune.
Right. See, now this is the thing that I don't understand about reading the stories that I read about your type when I was a kid.
Yeah, you mean like cool people?
I mean, like idiots that decide to sell out the human race in order to gain
Oh,
power with an
okay.
extraterrestrial entity that clearly only wants to destroy things.
Uh-huh.
What power does it promise you? Like, you get to what? Lord over a world of ashes? Like, that makes no sense.
I don't know if you noticed, I wear $3,000 suits.
Well, it's going to do you a lot of good when everything around you is just a scrap pile.
I drive a Maserati. It goes real fast.
Well, I drive a Camaro and it goes real fast and I can fix it with my own hands.
Look, there's always a cost, but like, who cares? You know, it's the 80s. Live fast. That's what life's
Sure,
about.
yeah, give me convenience or give me death. Like you
Oh.
yuppies.
Ugh. I don't know. Look, like I said, I'm in it for the money. He's he's CIA, NSA, all kinds of weird alphabet soup type things. That's kind of how he got his whole like hooks into it. He was doing work in like Latin America, places that I don't think the United States is even supposed to be, moving all kinds of things up north. And I guess he like learned from some of the, or stole knowledge from some of the shamans, the tribal what have yous down there, awaken his interest. So he might have some bigger plan here. But like, I just did it because I wanted my stock picks to always be number one. And as long as I had Abraxas telling me what to do, they were. Seeing the future. That's what, or glimpses of it. I mean, I think Miss Cordero's got a little of it. You know how handy that is for playing the markets?
Yeah, but what if you never asked for it? What if you don't want it? And what if you don't want to become what's next? How do you think she feels?
Yeah, you can tell Judith is like real pissed off at him. And she's
Judith,
like,
do you want me to deck him?
I mean, she's impulsive, right? Is it
I think
somebody
she would deck him. And she's like, what'd you do to my mom, you fucker? Yeah, she would probably hit him.
I was thinking we might be getting into Firestarter territory.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think she would use a,
I'm just basing it off of what I know about the documentary film Firestarter with Drew Barrymore.
could be.
And what
I'm not
she
sure
took
who's
to
doing
do
the
to
weather
people.
control thing here, but
Oh, I thought she had the ability to. No, that's every other thing. What other
That's-
abilities does she have? She has weather control.
She
Weather
got fire
control.
telepathy.
Future vision.
And she's got fire telepathy. Yeah.
She does have fire, right?
Mhm.
Oh, she does have fire control.
yes, she does have fire. That is correct.
I'm just thinking about what happened to every single person that crossed Drew Barrymore in that movie.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm not sure which one of you guys chose the fire power.
I've got it for her.
Right. Or it could be weather or telepathy.
I could totally see like a dark cloud like circling around him,
So
like with
yeah. So,
Oh, definitely.
Um,
Donovan?
That's what I wanted to ask because I know you could probably bring that into play, but with fire telepathy, do I have to have that already present, or is that generated by her?
I think she can create it herself.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure.
okay, so she's more of a less of a pyro, more of a sorry, that was an X-Men reference.
hmm
Remember, Pyro
Correct,
can
right.
control fire, not
Right.
actually
No,
create
he
it.
can't. He can control it, but he can't start it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, good,
I just wanted to make sure
good
that-
X-Men analogy there. She can make
Yes.
her own flames.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Right, so she can go full Barrymore. That's
Mhm.
what I'm hearing.
So yeah, we'll go with the dark cloud for now. I like that idea. Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe see into his immediate future.
Yeah. Actually, Walter, are you using the future power right now?
No. We could see into his immediate future and see what happens. Lit on
Okay.
fire, struck by lightning.
Well, I mean,
All
wouldn't
be
you be
well,
the one that does
you-
those
She would be
things?
the one to
Use-
do it. So
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
say this. if you choose to spend an energy token, it will reveal something about to happen that is like could be avoided. That is very bad in his immediate future. That's not related to her powers.
Okay.
So Walter, do you want to spend that energy token?
You guys okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we're not spending it on if we're not spending it on catching him on fire.
Okay. So she is an image of kind of like flashing over to like him falling back and like his head like opening up from a bullet wound. And then it like rewinds a little bit and you see the bullet like flying back. It zooms over these sort of rolling scrubby hills with some light forest that are around the park. And you see Lieutenant Knott is crouched over there with a high-powered sniper rifle and has fired a shot into his head. Then it all flashes back. Judith just like blinks and she's in the present again. So she's like, and she just points to Brad and is like, he's about to be shot in the head. We got to get him out of here.
Wait, what?
Oh,
There
jeez.
is a sniper. That lieutenant guy, he is hidden in the woods. He is going to shoot Blix right now. And Blix is like, oh, come on, hold your end of the deal. Get me out of here.
Let's
All right.
get him out of here.
All right, you're the one who bet your life on a bunch of kids.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, I don't get the stock market at all. I have stock in one thing, and it's this little computer company out of Silicon Valley, and that's it. And that's just because somebody else talked me into it. I don't expect it to go
Whoa.
anywhere.
Miss
I'm just
Tark
leaving
onto
it in
Apple
there.
on the ground floor.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you guys start hitting off. I think there is going to be a sniper rifle shot. How are you guys like moving? Like, are we just making a mad run? Like, what's the plan here?
If Tara, nope, I'm suggesting that other people use powers that I don't have. Never you mind.
Yeah.
I should have picked a different power.
Let's see.
Bob and weave.
So yeah,
The doc-
she'd be highly concerned as far as Judith goes. So
Actually,
she's trying to get out of here for sure.
can Judith make a fog around us?
Yeah, that's something. Like that idea.
Yeah.
They're just going to spend one more power, so you have 4 out of 7 at this point.
I mean, if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah,
That's
that's cool.
honestly what I was about to suggest. So yes, I'm okay.
All right.
I was gonna say a fog or a hailstorm or something. So yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. Okay. So, James, what do you think this looks like?
I think it's another one of those like her eyes go white for a second and like starting from her like this churning like bit of fog just sort of like surrounds and it's just sort of like circling.
I like that. So you're dashing ahead. This rolling cloud of fog like sticks with you, covers you all the way away from the Doom Loop and back into the main park. And from there, just a short jaunt over to the parking lot. So I think, are you guys heading over there?
Yep.
All right, you
Let's
dash
get
in.
in the craptastic station wagon.
You pile into Doc Maze's not so great station wagon. Maybe a little bit of a squeeze now that you have Brad Blix with you.
Oh, can't we just throw him in the trunk?
Yeah, exactly. Put him in
Why
the boat.
can't we just throw him in the trunk?
Judith's like, can we, Miss Tara, let's put him in the trunk.
Oh no, I think we should put him in the trunk. I'm sorry. Were people thinking I was gonna have to? Yeah, put him in the trunk.
Don't
Brad's
worry.
like, wait,
I-
don't put me in the.
I'll like pick him up and just toss him in there.
Listen, Mr. Blick. Somebody's trying to shoot you. The safest place for you is in the trunk.
I disagree. And then the trunk is slammed shut on him.
Don't worry, I'm sure whatever killed the last guy that was in there is gone now.
Wait, what?
It's a joke the doc has. Mostly.
Okay.
Okay, so you
See,
speed
I
off
try not to question these things.
and you start zooming back into town. Are you guys heading to Doc May's lab next, or what's the
Probably,
next
yeah.
destination?
Would make sense.
To hide away our newly acquired person in the trunk. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can put him in a Faraday cage or something.
What is
Ah.
he to us? Hostage? Protectorate or something?
He's
Witness
information
protection.
at the moment, right? So we're kind of watching him because we said
I
that
mean, he's, I guess, our lead to not ending the world. By the way, Judith, I'm really sorry if he, like, Rosemary's baby to you. That's really messed up. But
Hmm.
No, like I mean, I've seen my dad. Like my dad is human, not the devil. So I don't think that's what happened. Maybe I mean, my mom used to like bring me to work sometimes because it's kind of hard to get daycare. Maybe they did their weird magic, their mumbo jumbo there. I don't know, but so maybe not quite Rosemary's Baby, but I think it was pretty bad.
Mhm.
It makes sense. Like, I mean, look at you know what that guy's like. What's the cleaning lady to him? Just some experiment for him to do whatever he wants.
right,
Just
so it's
can
more
earn
of a
even more fucking money.
Cronenberg thing. Have
Yeah,
you
it
seen
could be.
Scanners?
She's like, I don't think I saw that one. I like The Fly. And with that, you guys zoom over. Or no, maybe she would. No, I think she'd be more into Video Drum, though. I think that's a little too late.
No, Videodrum's way earlier than The Fly, actually.
Right. Okay. My
Oh.
bad. Yeah, Video Drum would be the one that she's into. Little more on the
Actually,
artsy
no, you're right.
side.
It's more like Videodrum than like Scanners. You're right. Maybe a little bit like The Brood.
Hmm.
I already told you that she was a film nut, so
No, it's a cool character trait.
she likes
So
heavy
you-
metal, punk rock, and film.
She's a Miss Tara, a woman of many interests.
Mhm.
So
Many
you
of
speed
Kat's
back.
interests.
You speed back to Doc May's lab. I suppose you pop the trunk, haul out your friend there, bring Blix in, and like throw him down a chair in the lab. Doc Mace is like, "Well, what did you encounter? Was there indeed Abraxas emanations at the water park?"
Well, there was these little gremlin things that tried to kill us on a water slide. That wasn't really a water slide.
Fascinating. So those are the forms that the emanations take, or at least one of them.
Walter, why don't you show Doc your arm just to make sure
Oh yeah,
he's what's going on?
Ah,
just to make sure. One of the things scratched me, and I'm not exactly sure if I should get it checked out, but I wanted you to take a look at it, Doc, to see if anything weird was happening to it.
an injury encountered in the line of duty. Here, I'll patch that up. I'm not a medical doctor, but I'll do what I can.
Miss Tara knows how to patch people up. She patched up a bullet wound from that guy.
Right?
Ah, and who is this strange newcomer?
And then he's connected with it.
Hmm. And Blix is like, "All right, yeah, laugh it up. Look, I'll give you a little preview of some coming attractions of what's to come. What time is when's the school dance happening? I'm a little like my knowledge of your academic calendar is a little lacking.
Near the end of the year, isn't it?
He's on
I
Friday.
mean, there's the Sadie Hawkins
Saturday.
/ Spring.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the Sadie Hawkins dance, that's coming right up.
He's like, yeah, that's when the ablation will become fully consumed by Abraxas.
Come on,
That's when. Oh, sorry, Walter.
you
Go ahead.
guys
You
are
gotta
going
ruin
to
a
ruin
kid's
the
Sadie
dance.
Hawkins, man.
And for once, James and Walter actually agree on something.
That's when I
So this is like
a
a video.
chance.
Sorry.
Oh, poor Doc.
because that's when the girls pick.
Yeah.
That I have a chance. Don't ruin.
I get it. So this is a David Cronenberg thing mixed with a Carrie thing.
School dance is a high stress situation. I'm just saying I'm just telling you what Lieutenant Knott told me. And the higher stress we can give to Judith, the more likely Abraxas will get in there. That's what we were trying to do with these past couple of events here.
Well, if
And
Judith
if
is
she-
anything like me, she won't even be going to the dance, so boom.
Yeah, that might be the simple solution. Just don't go to the dance.
And he's like,
Shouldn't we keep an eye on her though?
I mean, she's
he's
here.
like, I think Judith's gonna want to go to the dance because let me tell you this: if she doesn't show up with those fancy powers of hers, everybody who does is going to die.
Of course.
So you're threatening her into going to a heteronormative dance party.
That's why we knew she'd be perfect, because she's got a heart. And that is what's going to be your downfall.
Well, maybe if we act as bodyguards, she won't have to do as much.
Judith
I mean,
is
I'm
like,
down for it.
maybe.
Kicking some
Look.
ass.
And then Judith, like, she steps away a little. She's like, guys, I need a moment here. Can you come out here with me for a second?
Yeah, sure.
And you guys all go out and join her. And she's like, look, I don't know what's coming next, but if innocent people are at risk and I can save them, like, what am I supposed to do? Just like stay at home?
Well, I mean, Judith, though, isn't the other issue that if you do go, you're going to cause the end of the world, in which case everybody dies?
Yeah, I don't know, but he's right. I can't just sit there and let bad things happen.
Fair point.
I mean, I know like it's all mathematically or whatever, it's the right thing to do.
I'm trying to understand the threat that he's leveling against you. Is he saying that if you don't show up, that men like the sergeant or whatever he is going to show up and shoot people?
It could be that, but knowing what they've thrown at us so far, could be something a lot worse.
The fact of the matter is, if you do show up to the dance and the whole point is to have Abraxas take over your body, then all those people at the dance are also going to die.
Maybe you're right.
It's lose-lose.
Only
But then
you'll be the
again-
instrument of their destruction.
Then again, he said if they just got to like make me stressed to get Abraxas in there to make me this ablation, what's to stop him from just like throwing supernatural motherfuckers at me like forever until it happens?
So
I
the
think the main
idea,
thing is getting Abraxas out of you.
Yeah, or just stopping them for good.
we don't have you be stressed. It's the
Yeah, like I
Sadie
said, I'll be
Hawkins
the bodyguard.
stance. Yeah, but it's the
Yeah,
Sadie
that
Hawkins
could work
stance,
too.
right?
Beat them at their own game.
Yeah. Why don't you just enjoy the dance? Maybe we can get you voted the queen of the dance.
Maybe.
Well,
You guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, James.
I mean, I might be able to talk to the guys and see if they'd be okay with it. Well, Gregory might be voting for his girl, but maybe I can convince him otherwise.
Can I speak to Judith in private? I'm sorry, boys, but just girl talk real quick.
Okay, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
And yeah, they kind of like step aside down the hall there.
Judith, are you going to be uncomfortable going to this dance with a boy altogether? And equally, are you going to be uncomfortable if you don't take a girl to the dance?
Look, I'm more concerned about saving lives than bringing a date to the dance. I'll go solo if it means I can like not let people die.
Right. I'm just making sure that before they start planning out making you queen of the dance, how
Yeah, I don't know if I wanna be the
uncomfortable are you
queen.
going to be if there's a king of the dance and you have to dance with him?
Yeah, that sounds like that would probably raise my stress levels.
Exactly.
So
that
I don't
would
know if
make
I want to be, it's not prom, but I don't know if I want to be the queen.
Exactly. That would make me incredibly when I was in your situation, that sort of thing would have made me incredibly stressed.
Right, and I think I'll be kind of busy, saving the world.
Okay, but I didn't want to tell all of them that, you're part of the Rainbow Coalition.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, some of them might already know. Maybe not James, though.
What they were saying seemed pretty oblivious. But,
Good point.
Okay.
All right, we'll let her know. So she comes back and she's like, all right, guys, Look, I know you mean well with the whole making me prom queen thing, but that's not really going to help my stress levels. And also, I think I'll be a little busy. I
Yeah,
just
so-
want to make sure.
Mm.
All you guys, are we really gonna like go together and stop this?
Yeah, why not? Get
I
to
mean, I'm already scheduled to chaperone it anyway.
could be fun. Maybe we get to punch some more weird creatures.
She's like, guys, I never really had any real friends, but I guess I do now.
Definitely
And
not
I
the
think-
last person I would have thought would be a friend, but sure.
Hmm.
Does that mean we're all friends, or are we just friends with Judith?
Well, I'm your guidance counselor. I like to think that everybody that comes into my office is my friend.
You have a weird way of showing it.
James,
Hmm.
I just think you need to be realistic about your future.
I am realistic. If I work hard enough, I can do it.
If you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want, James.
Did you read the brochure I gave you about tendinitis, though?
Ooh, all right.
That was a lot of words.
Especially if there's the curse on you.
Word. And I think with this talk of friendship, we are going to bring this episode to a close.
I think we dick on James way too much.
I'm
think
worried we
Scooter
might
was
be doing
muted.
that.
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
think you
Scooter
should
might
mute
be
Scooter.
Yeah, I'm muted. I was.
Hey, James said something to her first, okay? I want to be
True.
clear.
True. But I will say James's whole deal is all about like getting this whole thing with football. It's both his motivation and his fear.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess you live your life for it.
Yeah, and there's plenty of guidance counselors that have been put in the position of, okay, I understand this is your dream, but maybe no.
Yeah, let's maybe pick a new dream. Makes sense to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
Walter
yeah,
literally
thank
put a
you guys.
curse on James, though.
Like, there are
Next
several great trade schools in the area.
I don't know.
Well, I just want to say thanks for everybody tuning in. Of course, Gray Mouse, thank you for hanging out with us and keeping us on track. It's really cool to see some of your comments in there. And of course, thank you so much, Marine of One, again, for rating us right after they go off the air
Hey.
pretty much every Tuesday now. So thank you very much for doing that. It means a lot for the community. So everybody, I can't wait for this. We got one more episode of my personal favorite era, the 80s. I have a heart for the 80s because there was so much wrong with it, but somehow we all thought it was awesome. But thank you so much. Until next week, make sure and pull up a chair and make
make
time to tabletop.
Tabletop.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
Good night, everybody.